Who is Richard?
Richard is a good friend of mine. A caring, nonchalant guy.
Richard's my friend. Met him like a year ago. He's my friend. Cool.
Richard is a very quiet yet very comical person.
I once saw you give $5 to a homeless man. It wasn't my dream though, but...
A guy from my class. He's a bit quiet and a bit funny.
A very quiet classmate with a funny sense of humor. Very quiet.
You are a very funny guy. I'm looking at you.
Very chill to hang out with. Very mysterious. You know, like, you look at him, he's there, you look, he's not there. Well, overall, a good person, I would say, yeah.
Richard is not a particular person, it's a feeling. We all have felt Richard at least once or twice in our lives. It's just, if you've never felt Richard, well, honestly, I think at this point, it's just a bit too late for you. You have to feel enlightened to feel Richard. That is the feeling of Richard, enlightenment.
What is Richard?
Reggie, what is this question?
A relatively common name of the 90s and early 2000s.
He's a human. He's a person.
An alien. In like the most complimentary way possible.
Cool hats.
Richard's hat.
Weird sweaters.
Person on your hoodie.
The guy who wears his shirt on his face on his shirt.
Monotone voice. Kind of reminds me of like Kanye.
Weird. Richard is funny but weird. He's nice. I can't say if he does his work. I wouldn't know. But he's nice.
Richard, unlike God, is not a label. It is something that can be perceived in the sense of feeling, but it's not something that can be felt in the tangible way. It's like love. Richard is love. Love is Richard. It's indistinguishable from each other, honestly.
That's a really good question.
Okay, Reggie. Reggie, you need to go.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know if we'll ever figure it out.
Because Richard was wired differently.
Because Richard is Richard. Like, you know, just like Ken is Ken. I don't know.
Why isn't Richard?
Because God has purpose for your life. That's why.
I don't know. I never know, and I will never know for the rest of my life.
Why is Richard Richard? Who knows? But I guess that's what makes Richard Richard, right?
Because his parents had fun one night and they enjoyed themselves, and they had a son who is very interesting.
When it comes to why is Richard, it's like asking why did the universe exist? Why was I born? Like, why did my father leave me when I was a child? It's like so many pointless questions to think about, honestly. It's just, no need to think about why is Richard. It's just Richard is.